Alright, this is PK Hikaru, and this is my first Super Sentai series review of Samurai Sentai Shinkenger. Well, I got to admit, I never thought I would get into, of all things, Sentai. I know I've been getting into a lot of things, such as Kamen Rider and anime and manga, but Sentai? I mean, really? You think that, it's like the typical old otaku thing, but actually, well, Sentai does carry over my childhood, because my first Sentai series was Bioman, which is so dramatically corny, but aside the point, we're gonna talk about Shinkenger. Believe it or not, this is the 33rd Super Sentai entry, and it came out in 2009. Can you believe it? I mean, all those entries back in the days? Yes, even before 1999? Before the American adaptation of the Power Rangers? Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Well, that's Japan for you. They just keep it going and going as long as they can. Well, the story is about 5 samurai protecting the world against these creatures called Gedo Sho, which is trying to buy order to fill the Sanzu River and, of course, destroy the world. It's a simple concept that kept going over and over, but I think in time, as character development grew and as you get to know these characters, I gotta say I'm impressed by the in-depth of these characters, that they had these burdens inside them, even the villains. Surprisingly, the villains actually had some sort of backstory. Oh, and another thing is, aside the dramatic character development, what really amuses me was their humor. Yes, they have humor, folks. Not like the 90s Power Rangers kind of humor. It's more of a modern Japanese humor. Majority of the slapstick were either one of the Shinkengers, or majority, it's Genta. Genta. I mean, where can I start with this character? Because this guy, even though he's the 6th Ranger, he is just out of place. Because, you get these badass samurais characters, and you get a sushi seller. And, well, he's actually pretty well developed in character, and yeah, and majority of the comedy goes to him. I really seriously give credit to Kisuke Soma. He did a very damn good job. So, props for him. Especially the other Shinkengers, that, of course, when these kinds of shows, that it shows that they bonded these characters along with themselves, which is amazing. So, I was quite impressed by their suit designs and weaponry. I really love their unique kanji symbols on the helmets, and the choreography fighting is really well done. I'd say I was impressed by the fights and the sword clashings, those ridiculous power-ups, and of course, you can't forget about the mechs. It can't get any ridiculous than anything. I'm sure there are worse things, like it. It just, at the point, it just became a statue. And I just couldn't help but to laugh myself. For a very basic mech, I actually really dig, just the simplicity of it. Of course, representing as a samurai. I'd say in the end, it was quite worth it. It was. Very nice closure at the end. The other characters have their own endings, and it was just plain simplistic epic. And I know there were times that they kept recycling over and over and over. Well, it can't be helped because, it's a Sentai series. They're always gonna keep going on the formula. So, that's all I gotta say about this. I really recommend this series. If you have never ever seen a Super Sentai series, I highly recommend this. For sure. I really enjoyed this series, and it was something very close to me. since this is actually my first Super Sentai series, so I'll never forget it. And yeah, so this is the end of the review, and this is PK Hikaru signing out. Good night, everybody.